Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Big Brother 26. Today we are specifically talking Chelsie because we need to celebrate her. We need to give her flowers because I don't feel she's getting enough respect and enough praise as she should. There seems to be some weird victim blaming going on. And here's the thing. There's lies, there's deception, there's manipulation all in the game of Big Brother that a lot of your favorite previous winners have done in the past. Your favorite game players have done in the past. Why is it a problem when Chelsie does it? Please stop the fake outrage, you guys. Please stop it. And also, those of you who are bent on trying to send in negative clips about Chelsie to the other house cast, but you're doing the mute challenge on everyone else that was mean as well and said and did mean things to the other house cast, please stop. It seems as a whole the cast is cool with each other. It seems as a whole behind the scenes the cast have had long talks about things that were said. Some of them have chopped it up to, hey, I trash talked you, you trash talked me, we squashed it or whatever. There's some people who are going to have longer conversations, whether it's going to be in private or public, we don't know. But leave it alone. Here's the thing, you do this every season. You guys get on this moral high ground of who you think deserves, should and shouldn't be friends. Here's the thing. They went through a life-changing experience for 90 days, some of them in the jury house, some of them in the main Big Brother house. And the pre-jurors are also thick as thieves because they watched the rest of the journey of the show together. And so you can't dictate who can be friends with whom and who can't be. It is up to them. Just like I believe it was Leah's sister who said that Angela was going to be the only person that her sister was going to be cool with, and was a big time Quinn and Leah shipper on her platform. And now she's had to walk some things back. Because Leah, she was cool with Chelsie on Chelsea's live that she did last night. Leah's cool with most of the cast. Everybody's been hanging out at this Airbnb, with the exception, I think Brooklyn's gone home. I believe Kenny's gone home. And I believe Angela's in Vegas. But pretty much everybody else is still in Los Angeles, you guys. You can't force these people. Now, whatever happens 6 months to a year from now, it's on them. But for now, trying to burst the bubbles of everybody, it isn't going to cut it. Because you're really just bonding them more. That's the whole thing of it, right? You're bonding them more. But I want to talk about Chelsie's dominance because it's not being discussed enough. And I'm already getting agitated with some things because people really do not understand the significance of how much Chelsea's game was downgraded at the beginning, to where she had no power to do anything and she had no choice but to do everything but to stay in this game. Also, this AI arena twist is unprecedented because literally each week you can't rely on a major alliances. You can't get into major alliances because if your alliance is on the block or you're on the block with your alliance members, guess what? You've got to recalibrate. You've got to figure out a way to stay in the game and protect as many alliance members as possible. Each and every single week, this isn't a typical season where people, a large alliance of 9 or 10 people are just going to steamroll the way to jury. No. No, you really had to build relationships with everybody in the house because you didn't know who was going to be in power from week to week and who was going to have their fate in your hands or your fate in their hands. But Chelsie was so good that really she didn't need to win a lot of the time because that was when she was the safest, was when she wasn't in power. And was making sure that she stayed off that block, only got on the block once, never received a vote to evict, you guys. But the dominance that took place of Chelsie, we need to talk about it. Having a perfect game is hard to do, you guys. It is hard to have a perfect game because there is so many other factors at play that can prevent a perfect game from happening, you guys. To never have an eviction vote, to not be on the pawn, to not be a pawn star and be on the block every single week or anything, that's a testament to your social game. And literally the people who wanted to target Chelsie were afraid to do so, had opportunities during their HOHs to do so, and did not. Even people like Quinn, Tucker, and Leah especially wanted to target Chelsie. They saw her threat level. They saw that she could win this game. And they still, Quinn and Leah, when it was all said and done, voted for her to win. Because you can't, deny dominance. But dominance isn't just comp wins. It is an overall around game. You have to have social games. You have to have relationships with people. You can't just treat them any old kind of way and expect their jury vote at the end. You have to be a strategist. You have to strategize something. You have to evaluate everybody in the house from a game perspective. Who is going to be the most beneficial to your game? Who is the biggest threat to your game? And who you can do without? Who is better off as a pre-juror? Who is better off in the jury advocating for you? Unanimous jury votes is hard to do, you guys. Because there are so many times that people have certain allegiances to the final twos. So it is very hard to get a unanimous jury vote. It has been done only less than a handful of times, you guys. But for Chelsie to be the only woman and the only black woman to have a unanimous jury vote is everything. Is absolutely everything. We can't stress enough, and she was a pleasure in the diary room. Those of you who watch live feeds like myself, Chelsie, sometimes they would hold her hostage for hours. But Chelsie was going to give you the energy. Now, I know she is saying on lives that she didn't lie in her diary room sessions, and that she didn't throw the last question on the HOH, but the question was obvious. She knew exactly what that answer was. She did not want to choose between Cam and Chelsie. She did not, or Cam and Mackenzie. She did not want that blood on her hands. Even though she knew they would get over it to an extent and still vote for her anyways, she didn't want that decision, right? She didn't want it, and it's okay. It is okay. Also, the PR that's being done for Mackenzie is unnecessary. You lost the game. It's okay. You are young and you have plenty of life ahead of you. You have plenty of reality TV ahead of you. If you want to do the challenge, if you want to do Big Brother again, sky's the limit. You could be another Cody and redeem yourself and win this time. But this thing where we have to coddle people and we have certain BB alum coming out like, oh my gosh, Mackenzie. No. Because if it was anybody else, if it was any of your faves that you wanted to win, if Tucker had did this to anybody else this season, you guys wouldn't have cared. And you would have been praising Tucker until the wheels came off, you guys. This postseason is interesting because there's not a lot of content. Despite all of the things that was being said in the house of all these people that were going to be these big time influencers, it seems that they want to keep a lot of things close to the vest and really just want to enjoy being outside and really want to enjoy being away from the cameras, which is something unheard of. And was Jag and Matt from season 25 invited to these parties? Because it feels like Tucker is having a birthday celebration every night, it seems. But was Matt and Jag from last season invited, or did they just decide to just extend their stay in LA? Because most of the BB alum, said their congratulations and met the cast finale night, and then have pivoted away, have moved on with their lives. But it seems that Jag and Matt are seeming to take this on as if we want to remember their season. We do not. We do not want to remember their season. We do not want to remember the isolation that took place with Sari and Felicia at the end there. No, we really do not, you guys. We want to celebrate this cast, but more importantly, we want to celebrate Chelsea's win. And it seems Mackenzie is still in denial, because she's still trying to talk game with people after the fact on these Instagram lives, and it's hilarious. Girl, I'm going to need you to sit down and watch the show. I'm going to need you to sit down and watch previous seasons and really understand how this show works, because it seems that it is lost on many people. And, and it seems that some of them are on Cameo, I believe. I think T-Core is charging $50. Chelsie and Mackenzie are charging $100 a piece. Chelsie, I understand. Mackenzie, not so much. But nonetheless, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I am waiting for the official announcement of Bold and the Beautiful. Rumors are that it's going to be Angela and Tucker. Chelsie better be getting a call to be on Bold and the Beautiful, because it would be a slap in the face with all the dominance that she had for her not to have that opportunity as well. She's the freaking winner, you guys, and she won in dominating fashion. And it is funny, as much as we have dragged production over the years, that now all of a sudden they want to show their faces, you guys. Now, I understand they put on a party for the cast, but they really want you to know, because they're so happy with this season, they want you to know who all of them are and want you to follow all of them, you guys. And that has never happened, you guys, on this show. They never want you to know who they are. We only usually know who Allison Grodner is. We don't know who anyone else is affiliated with production. So that should tell you everything that you need to know, that they are happy with this season and happy with this result. So stop diminishing Chelsea's win. Stop diminishing Chelsea's dominance. I love a podcast that she posted today that asked that her Halloween costume, if Chelsie had decided yet, and she said no, and they said that she needs to be a puppet master because she was controlling everything every which way on the show. Everybody was, following Chelsie around like little minions. And Chelsie needs to be proud. She needs to be proud. She should not feel guilty about anything. She should not feel guilty about her win. She should not feel guilty about any type of manipulation or lies or anything she had to tell to get to the end to win the $750K. It's called playing Big Brother. And like I said, those of you who are trying to diminish her win, those of you who are trying to throw shade or throw hate or all these things, or trying to make this a joint win with her and Mackenzie, please stop. Please stop it. It's lame. Let Chelsie have her moment, you guys. You guys are so weird. But I appreciate, at least for the most part, a lot of the alumni have been super duper supportive. I believe even Daniel Reyes is saying Chelsie is the GOAT. It is dominating. The Cookout has fully embraced Chelsie. So it's been nice. I believe they have embraced her as well as Cam. So hopefully whatever advice that they're giving them, that they tell them. I believe actually Big D gave some good advice to Cam in one of the postings and interviews and said, listen, there is going to be so much crap people are going to say. There's going to be so many clips or things that people are going to say to you that's going to be out of context, or you're not going to have the full story of things. And they want you to hate certain people. They want you to be mad at certain people. I think he was directing this about Chelsie, right? But basically said, listen, have the conversation with the person directly. Have those one-on-one conversations with them directly to get their side of things and make your decisions from there. And so from the people who are trying to ruin whatever Cam and Chelsie got going on, whether it's friendship, whether it's brother, sister, whether it's more than that, let them be. It's not hurting anybody, whether they're cool with each other or not, you guys. I promise your life, it is not going to hang in the balance if they're friends or not friends, if they're more than friends or not more than friends. I promise you, you guys, your life will continue. But some of you that are trying to rehash things, Chelsie said on her live last night about the draws thing and hanging them up on the live feed. She said she apologizes publicly for that. She said that was not cool. And she said that there's a long conversation that her and Cam are going to have, I believe today or whenever, to discuss it all, to put it all out on the table so that everything is hashed out, you guys. But stop forcing these people to hate each other when it's not going to happen. They shared a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And yes, people are going to get on your nerves. Yes, you're going to say some things that have nothing to do with the game. But this is not the same as the racism and the sexism and the misogyny that we have seen, and the microaggressions that we have seen at the level that it was on previous seasons. This is not that. Now, there were a couple of problematic house guests early on that we can make some arguments about, some, microaggressive comments, if you will. But other than that, this cast as a whole has been fun. This cast as a whole has been entertaining. The cast as a whole has been unproblematic. I don't know how these people can deal with Tucker turned up 24/7, but that's their thing to deal with. It's not me to deal with. But nonetheless, let's celebrate Chelsie, because I don't think we're going to see a dominant player like this for a while. People are going to try to replicate what Chelsie did, and they're going to get cut early. You have to have a certain level of tenacity. You have to have a certain level of an it factor. And the most beautiful thing that Chelsie had, for those of you who don't watch live feeds, is that she never took any time off. She never clocked out. When people were sleeping, Chelsie was scheming. When people were playing games or doing sing-alongs, Chelsie was studying and strategizing or working on other people that weren't a part of the larger groups to build those social games. Chelsie staying up all hours of the night, barely sleeping, planting seeds about other people on who to get out, manipulating other people's HOHs to use vetoes against their will, to take out their allies against their will, and all of these things to benefit Chelsie's game. So when you're at the end, all you have are the people who are going to ride for you no matter what. Now, I still think at the end of the day, she would have picked Cam. I understand now. She's trying to soften the blow. She's trying to make things sound good for Mackenzie. I still think she would have took Cam. But anyways, I understand what she's doing publicly, right? I understand the public PR thing that she's doing, right? She's not new to this. She's true to this, right? But again, let's celebrate the dominance, you guys. Let's celebrate the fact that Chelsie nominated, I think she said 8 house guests. She's nominated like at least half these house guests. And again, you know, she's done it in such dominating fashion, you guys. The speeches, everything just gave, you guys. And, you know, we need to really cherish this. We need to cherish this win. And I fear that we're not going to appreciate it. Well, that some of you are not going to appreciate it until we get into another season or the next. And it's not going to be as fun. It's not going to be as entertaining. It's going to be boring. It's going to be predictable. And you're going to miss Chelsie shenanigans. You're going to miss Chelsie going to work on all these people. And I'm going to be like, I told you so. I'm going to be like, I told you so. I told you guys to hold it. I told you guys to celebrate the win, and that is what we are doing here. We are going to celebrate the win, and we're going to celebrate the dominance of this season. And Mackenzie is an example, you guys, of somebody who can win a whole bunch of comps and have nothing else to their repertoire as it pertains to strategies, as it pertains to a social game. She was lying to these people. She was mean to these people. Promising these people final threes and then voting them out. No. Telling them that they're safe and then backdooring them. No. And saying you were a good person and all these things, and now you had to backtrack on Chelsea's live and say that if you did talk about somebody, it was because they talked about you too. No. Oh my gosh. And then she got mad at Tucker for giving Chelsie her flowers, saying she's one of the most dominant players ever. Listen. Celebrate. Stop being bitter. Don't bring that energy over to Chelsie. It's not her fault that you believed everything she said. That's not on her. That's on you. And also, those of you who are trying to blame Mackenzie's age, no. Because when Mackenzie was in power, whether she was HOH or she won the veto, she had no problems being on a power trip throughout that house and acting like everybody's fate was in her hands, and wanted those people to beg her and be on their knees and, beg her to stay, beg her to save them, beg for her to be their savior. No. That's not how this works. Either they're going to talk game with you or they're not. But this extra that they need to bow down and beg on their knees and tug at your knees and all this, no.
That is why Chelsie is the winner, you guys. And that is why she won unanimously, because she understood the strengths and weaknesses of her house guests. And she understood the right things to say, the right thing to pull at the heartstrings of each of these house guests to get the dub. She was unsure about Leah and Angela's vote. I don't know why she was unsure about Quinn's vote when Quinn was calling her Daniel Reyes in the house and was a super fan. And why she would be unsure about his vote as well as Chemo's vote when they're both super fans. So they would vote based off of gameplay. I think she's saying that to smooth things again with Mackenzie. I think she knew she was going to win in a dominant fashion, right? I think she just is shocked that it was unanimous. Now, as far as Leah and Angela go, that was actually, they were very pro Mackenzie. But she pulled at their heartstrings to basically say, listen, here is how I was able to manipulate, Mackenzie to get rid of the both of you. And if you are still going to vote for Mackenzie for that, then there's a problem. Because she was my puppet. So, but nonetheless, it seems like for now, this friendship is going the way of Cody and Derek's. So we'll see what that means in the future. But please do not send any hate to the house guests, you guys. There's some house guests, obviously, that we prefer more than others. But obviously, for now, they're getting along and they're celebrating. They're having a good time. They have access to the outside world. And some of you are just flat out mean. And those of you that are sending unalive threats, like, what is wrong with you? It's not okay. It's not cool. It is just a game show. It is just a competition-based game. But we never see this with, usually the Survivor fans are a little bit more mature and a little bit more together. They don't conduct themselves like this type of, mentality, this fashion. But you guys get so attached. It's like Big Brother and Love Island and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And the Love is Blind people, the fans there, all of you guys need to be in like a room. Because I've never seen just the level of unhinged that takes place with some of your guys' takes and how far you guys, go. Also, shout out to Cam for that song recommendation, Mutt by Leon Thomas. But I would need you, Cam, to get on the October London train. I'm going to need you to listen to his new album and report back and let the people know what you think about it. But I am here, like I said, to celebrate Chelsie. We need to stop diminishing her win. Her win is iconic. It really, outside of really Dan Giesling, if we're keeping it a buck. I mean, that's the level of dominance we're talking here. Because I think she's surpassed everybody. I mean, to me, she's my favorite winner ever. Whether it's, modern or old school Big Brother. Because she took elements of both into her game. And she got to play a game where she was not afraid to be herself. She wasn't afraid to be, deceptive when she needed to be. She wasn't afraid to lie to people when she needed to be. That is what you want in a Big Brother player. And nothing ever went too far as like, I've got somebody in my family who's dying. I swear on my dead, blah, blah, blah. Nobody did any of that. Nobody did any of that. Everything was really based off of gameplay. Were you a good game player or not? Were you a good ally to have in the game or not? And then decisions were made from there. But nonetheless, we've got to keep the celebration going for Chelsie. We've got to keep giving Chelsie all of her flowers, all of her dominance, all of the things, and her auntie Julie as well, giving her those flowers as well. Those of you who did not watch Julie's podcast, please tune in for that. That is a treat. Tune into a lot. Chelsie did a lot of interviews. There was a couple that were a little bit bitter for whatever reason, that was trying to start mess with Cam, but nonetheless, everybody else was uncool. They let Chelsie know on the live last night that her and Cam's rock room conversations were blocked, and somebody asked what they were talking about. She said they were asleep, except for we've got receipts that say otherwise, Chelsie. And now she is saying that she won't confirm or deny or whatever if the kiss did happen with Cam. But also said they got quote-unquote pancakes at Denny's allegedly finale night. I mean, I don't know, right? Do you? Do you have fun? Enjoy your time out the house. But Chelsie, please keep in mind those Camsy fans, they are on you and Cam like white on rice. They are on you guys like white on rice. They have created all types of TikTok edits of the two of you. They are on it, you guys. So nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see if this friendship, of this development, if we get any content from them for the rest of the week, because I don't know how long Cam's going to be staying in LA for. But nonetheless, it sounds like a lot of people are going to be going home this week. And as you know, Chelsie lives an hour away from LA, so she'll be obviously in Cali for the long haul. So we will see what else the tea leaves drop for us. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.